on 3, I'll be reviewing this Netflix original movie. We have a ghost starring David Harbour, Anthony Mackie, and this movie is directed by Christopher Landon. So when I saw the trailer about this movie, we have a ghost and David Harbour, he's playing ghost. I was like, this looks really interesting. And what do I think about this movie? So I thought this movie was actually quite okay. Like, I really liked the first act for this movie. I thought it was quite funny and interesting the way this movie starts. I really like Anthony Mackie. He was quite funny in this movie. I thought he was good playing this dad character, and how he was taking videos for YouTube. It was very funny. I also like David Harbour as a ghost, Ernest the ghost in this movie. I thought he did a good job, although his character, because he has this past trauma in this movie, so he doesn't talk at all in this movie. First act for his character, I'll say it was okay, but as this movie went on, I thought David Harbour was good. He's David Harbour. He's a very likable actor on screen. Although I wish his character was talking, but there is a reason for him not to talk. I also like this teenager, Kevin, who was trying to uncover the mystery about him, about David Harbour's character, why he can't talk, and what is the trauma about his past. Interesting, really interesting, the first act, but like the first 1 hour of this movie was quite good. But unfortunately, as this movie goes on, and there is a CIA guest involved in this, like once the CIA people comes in this movie dramatically became very silly. I was like, what is happening? Then once they capture David Harbour in this movie, the Ernest, they tried to do experiment on him. It was even beyond ridiculously stupid. Then we go to the mystery about David Harbour's character. So the mystery around Ernest's character, I found, that was very interesting. And the twist about his death, that wasn't interesting. That was so predictable. You are like, whoa, the minute this guy, this old guy, he shows up in this movie, he's Ernest's brother-in-law, and the minute he started telling the story, this movie, the mystery was really predictable, the twist. I was like, I think we know who killed Ernest. Of course, he's the one. And the last act for this movie, like essentially this old guy, he's the villain. Like, I was like, are you kidding me, movie? He's the villain for this? I didn't like that. But still, overall, this movie, I will say, it is an okay watch. It's definitely worth checking if you like David Harbour, Anthony Mackie. I do. Also, I do like this two teenager where one of them, he was in my one of favorite show, This Is Us, so I know him. He was good in this movie. Like the big brother, I thought he was okay. The Kevin character was okay. However, I didn't like the mom. The way she screamed in this movie, I was like, where did they find this actress? Is she from SNL or something? The way she did this screaming in this movie, she looked really ridiculous. Obviously, this actress probably they got it because they have to pay a lot of money for David Harbour and Anthony Mackie, so they didn't want to get a big name. I get it. The mom probably was she isn't known actress or anything. She wasn't good at all. The way she screamed in this movie, I was like, how is... In this movie, you also have Jennifer Collins. She was good. Her scene she was in, she was really funny. I really like that they added her. This funny. Overall, this movie does have some of the funny scene. I was really laughing out loud. Unfortunately, for me, like if I try to critique this movie, as it goes to the second and third act, this movie did become a little bit silly because I don't know why they need to add a CIA agent. Because this ghost thing happening, they will get involved somehow, government people. It does make sense in real life, but they try to do experiment on ghost. That's beyond stupid. Then again, it is predictable, I guess, but it wasn't very... Also, this lady who looks like Ellen, the agent lady, what's up with her character? Didn't make any sense. She was crying after seeing David Harbour. I was like, I thought at first, is she David Harbour's daughter? Once she wasn't Ernest's daughter, I was like, why you are crying? The way she acted like his daughter. So that was very ridiculous. Yeah, the last act for this movie, it isn't the best, but it isn't bad either. I will say this movie is sitting on Rotten Tomato exactly what it deserved. Like this movie overall, it isn't very good. It's not well made, you know what I mean? But it isn't bad either. So it deserved to be where it is, and I think this movie was a good time watching because of the cast. I really liked Anthony Mackie. I liked David Harbour. Overall, this movie was really good. Okay, for me, and that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie, and if you enjoyed this review, don't forget your monthly reviews on other Netflix movie. If you enjoy this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.